What's up everyone, Darkside Phil here with a special video today. Mixing it up a little bit, and the reason I'm making this video, there's actually a couple reasons why I'm doing this, okay? First of all, just to get this out of the way, because I know a lot of people won't be watching this the day that I'm making it, but I get the feeling that this video is going to answer a lot of questions that a lot of people have had about what I do exactly, what is my day like being a full-time gamer, being a full-time YouTuber, why do I do certain things that other people maybe don't do when it comes to regards to my videos, like using a camera and such. So we're going to talk about this kind of stuff and basically review a whole day of my life, what it's like to be me. In case in point, I'm going to actually talk about what my yesterday was like, Saturday. But anyway, today is November 20th, 2011. I just want to let everyone know, if you're looking for new gaming footage, it's going to be over on DSP Street Fighter today. I'm going to be doing Ultimate Marvel vs. Capcom 3. I'm going to be doing a lot of footage of that today, including I'm going to finish off the mission modes of the characters I haven't done it for yet. I'm going to go into arcade mode and do some gameplay, and there's a possibility I may do some online play, although I'm not positive about that. I actually heard that the online play of this game is worse than the original Marvel 3, which is pretty damn funny when you realize, sorry, box is falling on me here, when you realize how bad the online play of the first Marvel 3 was. But anyway, that's going to be the gameplay you'll see today. Tomorrow, the weekend preview, and I'm probably going to finish up Saints Row the 3rd here on DSP Gaming. So for today, this is going to be the only video you're going to see here on DSP Gaming, okay? And what I'd like to do is give everyone an idea of what exactly it is like to be doing this YouTube thing full-time, me just playing games all the time as my job, and give you an idea of the time frame, the kind of difficulties that I go through, and then answer some common questions that I've gotten for a long time about why do you film like this, why don't you do direct capture, why don't you do this or that, okay? Excuse me. So, let me give you a rough idea. We're going to go through my Saturday, basically, okay? So, Friday night, I was up super late, okay? I was up until 2 a.m. playing Assassin's Creed Revelations, and I finally beat it around 2 a.m. and I said, well, I got to get all this footage ready for upload on YouTube, okay? So what do? I finish recording, I put my memory card, plug it into my computer, load the footage onto my computer, which only takes a couple minutes, and then I queue it up for upload to YouTube. Now, for those of you who upload to YouTube, you know what a chore it can be depending on what's going on with YouTube on a certain day. Are there YouTube bugs that are fucking stuff up? Is it just a bad time? And over the years, I've had other issues as well, like internet problems and things that can cause problems, okay? In this particular case right now with YouTube, there's a lot of stuff going on that sucks, okay? Right now, there are publishing issues with videos, there are processing issues with videos, and there are bugs on the site just with uploading. So let me explain. When I upload videos to YouTube, I upload them in batch, okay? I don't just upload one at a time. You go to what's called the upload page, and there's a queue, and you can select multiple videos at once that you want to upload. Then you have to fill out for each video information, such as, do you want to put ads on this video, yes or no, the name of the video, the description of the video, the tags for the video, which are the words that you use to search for that video on YouTube, and then what category the video goes into. All of my stuff goes under gaming, okay? Once you fill out all that information for all those videos, you save it, and then the videos are supposed to just upload in sequence. So part 1, part 2, part 3, part 4, and then over a certain period of time, it'll complete, okay? Now with the videos that I upload, it's almost real time, because I have very fast internet, okay? And the videos that I have with this camera that I'm using right now are 720p in quality, okay? And they actually upload almost in real time. What I mean by that is, if this is a 20-minute video I'm filming right now, it should roughly take about 20 minutes to upload that to YouTube. So, really, you know, let's say I'm filling a full memory card of footage, and I actually use, I'll show you, these Sony memory cards that are 8GB memory cards. These fill roughly about 2 to 2.5, sometimes even 3 hours of footage, depending on certain factors. So I load all that onto my computer, I queue it off for upload on YouTube. Now you might say, oh gee Phil, so you did that, it took you a half hour, so by 2:30 you were in bed, right? No, because YouTube, unfortunately, isn't a dependable website. It really is not. And I hate to naysay about a site that I'm making my living off of, but I said this since day one when I started doing this as a full-time thing. YouTube is not a defendable website at all. There are constant problems with uploading, constant bugs that pop up. So whenever I upload videos to YouTube, since this is my livelihood and I need to make sure that they're uploading properly, the ads are being enabled, so I get paid for views, I have to babysit the videos. And so I queue them up around 2:30 in the morning. The videos are up and ready to be uploaded to YouTube. And then I have to sit there and watch, because one of 100 things can happen. The internet can go out, in which the video will just drop off and then the queue just stops uploading altogether. So if I'd gone to sleep at 2 in the morning and I wake up at 10 in the morning and I look, oh good, nothing uploaded overnight, and it was a complete waste of 8 hours, okay? There could be issues where all of a sudden only one video skips for absolutely no reason. And this has happened multiple times to me, where I have 20 videos uploading, oh, it skipped parts 10 and 12. But everything else uploaded fine. I don't know why. It's not me. It's in the queue. It's ready to be uploaded, and it's a YouTube issue. And then I have to say, oh, fuck, after the fact. Well, now it kind of sucks because everyone already watched the other parts. Is anyone really going to want to go back and watch parts 10 and 12 hours later or days later? Probably not. But then I have to try to figure it out, okay? In addition to all this, there are site bugs that happen with YouTube that completely screw stuff up. For example, right now there is a current site bug going on where ads are not working properly. What is supposed to happen, as I said, is when you queue your videos up for upload, you're supposed to enable ads on each video, up front. So when that video goes live on YouTube, there's already an ad on it. Well, guess what? In all of their wisdom, YouTube and Google decided to update YouTube this week, and when they did, they completely fucked up all the upload queues. So right now, if you are in the Machinima Partner Program, it is absolutely impossible for you to enable ads on your videos while or before they upload. You actually have to wait for the video to be fully uploaded to YouTube, and then you have to manually go to a listing of your videos and click on a button for each video to enable the ads. Now, this is a problem for a couple reasons, okay? Number one, obviously, you have to be at your computer constantly when these videos upload. So every 15 minutes, I'm on my couch, I have to get up, walk over to my computer, okay, this one's done, click a button, walk back to the couch, sit back down, oh, it's 15 minutes up yet, oh, okay, get back up, walk back to the computer, click a button, go back over here. So it's a constant pain in the ass to have to keep doing that. But in addition to that, if I don't do that, let's say, an hour went by and I forgot to enable the ads on the videos, well, chances are 3 out of the 4 videos that uploaded in the past hour have already gone live on YouTube, and any views that I got on those videos during that period of time, I didn't get paid for. So I get completely screwed because YouTube has a stupid site bug. And this isn't the first time something like this has happened. This frequently happens with YouTube. So in addition to any time that I have to take during the day to actually film a game, I then have to equally spend that amount of time babysitting the videos as they upload to YouTube. So case in point, getting back to my day in my life, I finished playing Assassin's Creed Revelations at 2 in the morning. It took me about a half an hour to get the videos on the computer and queued up for upload, and I stayed up till 5:30 in the morning babysitting the videos. Finally, at 5:30 in the morning, the videos finished. I added them to a playlist, and I was able to go to sleep. So that was Friday night, late Friday night, or if you want to call it early Saturday morning, up to 5:30 a.m. Saturday morning. Well, my Saturdays are busy days. John Rambo comes over, and we do a lot of filming. So John, I knew was going to probably be here around 1 p.m., so I woke up at noon. So I got about maybe 5.5 hours of sleep. Not a very good night's sleep. Get up, okay, gotta get ready. So now I'm walking around, I'm refreshing myself, have a vitamin shot in the morning. That's, I don't really eat like a full meal in the morning. I have like a vitamin shot and get myself going. Wash up a little bit, do my hair, because we film Smart Guys and I need to be on camera. So I need to do my hair for that. I'm getting everything ready. Getting everything, printing out the wrestling results, all that kind of stuff, getting ready for John to arrive. John finally arrives a little bit after 1 p.m. And so what do? We sit here, we go through the wrestling results of the week. We talk about the shows, how we really didn't like what happened with WWE, how John really liked Ring of Honor this week, all kinds of stuff like that. We basically talk out what we want to talk about in the Smart Guys episode and also what we want to do for the rest of the day. So we do that, and then by about, I'd say maybe about 2:30, I think it was about, actually, it was 2 o'clock. Yeah, it was 2 o'clock we started filming Smart Guys right here on the couch. And it takes us about a half an hour to 45 minutes to film the show. It took us about 45 minutes this week to get through it, okay? And we take that footage, we throw it onto my PC, and then we have to encode it. Well, first we have to edit the video to get all the footage to fit together and look right, to be an episode, and have a logo, Smart Guys, and all that on it. And then we have to encode it. The editing takes about 5 seconds. It's really not that big of a deal. The encoding is real time, meaning if the video is 45 minutes long, it takes 45 minutes to encode the video. So as we're encoding this video, we're talking about what else do we want to do today. Okay, we're going to do Rayman Origins today. How are we going to do it? Are we just going to sit here and do it non-stop? Do we think we can beat the game in one sitting? We don't know. So now we start looking up online. We realize, oh man, the game's supposed to be, if you do everything in the game, it's like 15 hours long. We're like, well, wait a minute, it's already past 3 p.m. There's no way we can play this fucking game for 15 hours. So we're talking about what we're going to do. We say, well, we'll play it as late as we can, and then when we finish playing it, maybe next week we'll get together again, and next week we'll finish it, and since it probably won't be too long to finish it, we'll probably do another game, and we discuss maybe it'll be WWE 12, because that comes out this week, and John definitely wants to play that with me, being that we're wrestling fans. So we talk all about this as the video is editing. When the video finally finishes editing, which is almost around 4 p.m. at this point, John queues it up for upload on his channel, John Rambo Presents, and we go get something to eat. Now, normally, on a Saturday, we like to take our time and go maybe out to a restaurant, or do something, and we go out early afternoon. We do it on purpose so that there's not a lot of people out. It doesn't take a lot of time, but we like to go out and enjoy ourselves. Well, this week we know we have a big task ahead of us to film Rayman Origins because it's such a long game, so we decide we're just going to go somewhere local. So there's a local fast food joint we go to, you know, we eat, takes about a half an hour. So we get back here, bottom line, by about 5 p.m. we're ready to film Rayman Origins. So we sit down on the couch, we set everything up, we get our drinks ready, we're all set. We start filming, and we don't finish playing until 1 a.m. So we play straight from 5 p.m. to 1 a.m. The only breaks that we take are to get more drinks, to use the bathroom, to upload the footage. So once the first memory card of footage is full after 2.5 to 3 hours of filming, we stop for about 10 to 15 minutes so I can put the footage on the computer, I queue all the uploads, and then we start playing again. Problem being now, as I told you, right now there's YouTube bugs going on where after every video uploads, I have to manually enable ads on those videos. So every 15 to 40 minutes, John and I are trying to remember, oh shit, stop playing. We have to go enable these ads on the videos. And as we're doing this, we slowly realize, man, this sucks because basically we're getting screwed. There are videos going live and we're not here at the computer. We're playing the game. So we're missing out. Some people are watching the videos as they publish, and we're not getting credit for the ads because we haven't enabled the ads yet. So we do realize, unfortunately, that yesterday during the Rayman Origins playthrough, we lost out on some money. And there's nothing we can do about that because YouTube fucking sucks and doesn't fix their problems quickly, and that's just the nature of YouTube because they're a giant automated website. They don't really have customer service. So we lost some money yesterday, and there's nothing we can do about it, okay? So anyway, that's how we're doing. So we're playing, we're uploading, we're clicking, enabling ads, all for 8 hours straight. And it's very tiring. By the time we're done, you can tell, if you watch by the end of the Rayman Origins footage that we did yesterday, we're beat, alright? We're tired as hell. We are just exhausted. Because not only have we played games for 8 hours, but we've had to keep uploading and enabling ads and stopping and going. It's not like you could just play for straight 8 hours. We're constantly stopping the camera, starting the camera, doing all this stuff in between the parts. So it's time consuming and it is tiring. So finally at 1 a.m., John's like, that's it, no mas, I can't play anymore, I have to go home and relax. So he leaves. Now it's time for me to go to work again. So now I take the footage that hasn't yet been started to upload to YouTube, I load it onto my PC, I queue all the videos up for upload. So that finishes around 2 a.m. I'd say, and then I sit down, and what do? I have to supervise these videos uploading again, and I sit there till about 5 to 5:30 in the morning yet again, babysitting the videos, enabling the ads, and then finally when they're all done, creating a playlist, ordering the playlist properly, putting the playlist on my DSPGaming page so that's visible to everyone, and then finally I get some sleep, okay? That's a day in the life of me. And no, not every day does John Rambo come over and we film Smart Guys, but roughly my schedule is I wake up, I get something quick to eat or like a vitamin shot or whatever, I try to figure out what I'm going to do for the day, which is exactly what I did today, actually. I woke up and I said, gee, what should I do today? And I had this idea that I would do this video for everyone. And then I would play Ultimate Marvel 3 for the rest of the day. And once I figure out exactly what I'm going to do for the day, alright, now I get myself into that mode, whether it's, okay, get ready to film or do whatever I'm doing. And usually I film for anywhere between, the minimum I film in a day is usually three hours of footage. Now, remember, 3 hours of footage is 3 hours of footage plus 3 hours of babysitting video. So it's really 6 hours of work for every 3 hours that I film. So usually at the least I film 3 hours. On days when I have a full day where I'm really motivated, I'm not tired or anything, I can go anywhere from 6 to 8 hours. And then there are days where I get, like, I want to just beat this fucking game, and I do a marathon like I did with Batman Arkham City, and that day I played something like 16 hours straight. It was insane, okay? That's typically my day. Get up, think about what I'm going to do, actually do the filming, put the videos on my computer, upload them to YouTube, and babysit them until they're finally done, and then go to sleep, okay? And a lot of people say, well, you know, oh, Phil, you know, oh, you're so lucky because that's your full-time job. I admit fully, I am very lucky to be able to do what I like to do. I love the playing of the games. If anything, it's so much fun to play these games, to experience them, to be able to share those experiences with thousands upon thousands of people over the internet, and then to get feedback and to have an interactive community who I get to communicate with on a daily basis. It's amazing amounts of fun. But there's a lot of work involved. It is a grueling schedule, especially this time of year when there are so many games out. I've got behind me games from this week that came out that I haven't even touched yet because I haven't had a chance because so many fucking games came out, and, you know, it is a pain in my ass. It really is. It can be a pain in the ass to just maintain this schedule. Especially with today, as you see, I'm wearing a Zelda hat. Zelda Skyward Sword came out today. I'm not going to get to play it today. I have other stuff that's on a backlog. I don't want to start playing it and then have to stop playing it to interrupt it for other stuff. And there are new games coming out on Tuesday that I'm going to want to play. So I'm not playing Zelda yet. I will be playing it eventually, but I'm not playing it today. So there's all these things I have to weigh and balance in my head of what am I going to do to keep stuff on a timely schedule, okay? So now you roughly have an idea of what I do on a daily basis. Now what I'd like to do is explain why I do certain things the way that I do them, answer some very commonly asked questions, okay, about things that I do, and I hope that this video, that people will spread the word about this video so that you can actually get like an idea of who is DSP, why does he film the way he does, what is the goal of his filming, and hopefully, you know, I always get these kind of questions, but I never have a format to really answer them, so I figured I would take some time out today to do that, okay? And no, I don't get any money from Dasani for drinking their water on camera. So, filming. First of all, everyone always asks me, Phil, what camera do you use? And it's going to be a moot point, because I'm going to tell you right now, finally I'm going to answer the question. I hope that anyone who asks this question, someone directs them to this video in the future. It says somewhere on this fucking camera what the hell the model number is. This is a Sony CyberShot. What the fuck? Where is it on here? Sorry, I'm so close to the camera. It's right here. DSC-HX1. That's the model of this camera. And this camera has the capability to film in both 720p and 1080p. It does both. Okay? How do I film? Well, when I film, what I do is I take a tripod, which this camera's on right now, and I put it on my coffee table, which is right in front of me when I game. It's between me and my TV. And I set up my tripod. My camera itself, I actually have an AC adapter for it, which means that I can just have it plugged into power constantly. I don't have to be switching batteries or anything like that. It's constantly on power all the time. And I turn on my TV, I get my console all set up, ready to film what I'm going to film, and I put my camera down in front of me, and I adjust the camera. So sometimes I have to adjust brightness, I have to adjust the focus manually. There's a lot of adjustments that come into play when it comes to filming with a camera like this. And once I finally feel that the frame is good and all the adjustments are good, I'll start to play. When I play, I'm recording obviously, and I give live commentary when I record my gaming, my footage. And it's good to do it this way, in my opinion, because everything I do is live, meaning I can sit there and play the game normally, like as if the camera weren't there, and I can say whatever I want, and I can give live commentary, and it's live. It is a live reaction to what's going on right there on the TV screen. It's not me playing the game and then hours later doing a voiceover dub. Oh, and here's when I fought this asshole, ho ho ho. Or me taking hours and hours to think of jokes to make about what I did when I played the game, so it's like a fucking sketch comedy act. That's not what I do. My gameplay is raw. It is a real reaction, real-time reaction to what's going on in the game, and anything that I say humor-wise is on-the-fly, pure improv. It is just made there on the spot as a reaction to what I'm seeing. So, I think it's unique. Now, there are other people who do it, but when I started doing this years ago, I was one of the few people who did it this way. Everyone else oh, I have an HD PVR, and I do direct capture, and I don't do just raw gameplay. I do montage machinima videos of my best gameplay over 20 matches, and the match where I went 327 kills to 2 deaths, and it's my best of video, and I do voiceover dubbing, and it's hilarious. I don't do that. That's not what I'm about. That's never what I've done. So the footage you see that I do is raw, okay? And it gives you an idea of how a common person or a common gamer would react when they play that game. And it's going to be reactions to gameplay, controls, if the controls aren't working, or if they're just really fun gameplay. I mentioned that. Whether I think the plot's interesting, if I'm cracking jokes about it and having a good time, it's probably going to be a more enjoyable game than a game where I'm just kind of bored at the game, you know? And so you really get an idea when you watch me play these games of, would you like the game? What kind of a game is it? A lot of people don't even know, gee, how is this game? Is it one style of game, another style of game? And you know, common gamers' reactions. I really think that that's the purpose of my videos. And entertainment, obviously. People are entertained watching it. I try to be funny. I try to keep people hooked on what's going on in the videos. So that's how I record. And then, like I said, when I'm done recording with a full memory card, I load onto my computer, I upload it straight to YouTube. No editing, nothing, no encoding, nothing. It just goes straight to YouTube, but then I have to babysit the uploads. So that's what I do. And I'm going to answer now a lot of questions about, common questions that people have asked me, why do I do it that way, okay? So let's actually go through a couple things. I actually have a list of questions here, people that have brought up on my website, and I think they're really interesting. The first question is, Phil, why do you film in 30 frames per second only? Now you might not even know what that means. Frames per second basically means how choppy the video is going to look. If it's a low frames per second, the video will look very choppy, not fluid motion. 30 frames per second is what you're watching right now. This is standard for the internet. This is what most videos are filmed in at this time, and this is actually what most video games are rendered in at this time. 60 frames per second is double this, and it looks, when you see 60 frames per second, you can notice. It's like the difference between watching Halo, and I'm sorry because I'm not harping on Halo and saying this is a negative, but watching Halo gameplay versus watching Modern Warfare gameplay. When you watch Modern Warfare, everything is fluid. Everything is, you know, it's high frames per second. Halo could be a little bit choppy at times. It's 30 frames per second or lower. So you can definitely see the difference. Now, first of all, my camera doesn't film in 60 frames per second. It only does 30 frames per second. Okay? I've looked into filming at 60 frames per second. It would mean buying another camera. Okay? And I have considered doing it. However, there's a couple reasons why I wouldn't do it. The first reason is, most games don't play in 60 frames per second. So if I were to upgrade my camera and start filming everything in 60 frames, 99% of the games that I play wouldn't even take advantage of it, and you wouldn't even notice the difference. Okay? Number two, YouTube, a lot of the times, even though if you upload these videos in really high quality, ends up downgrading the quality for whatever reason. And right now, there is no definitive guide to what file format you should be uploading to YouTube, so that doesn't do that. There's no definitive knowledge base to find out any kind of stuff like that. YouTube is pretty much a website where it's just like, figure shit out for yourself. And yeah, there are forums or whatever. None of the forums are actually controlled by anyone who knows anything. It's all user-created stuff on the forum. So there's no authority that says, alright, if you want to do 60 frames per second on YouTube, use a .mov file, do it in this resolution, do it like this. It doesn't exist, okay? And the other thing is, because YouTube constantly changes their website, and there's bugs and there's things that happen, there is no actual answer that stays for a certain amount of time. Things change all the time. So it would actually be difficult for me to maintain 60 frames per second quality on YouTube. It could probably fuck with my videos when I upload them, and they might not even render at 60 frames per second. And the final reason I don't do it is because the file size of my videos would literally be double. So think of it this way. Right now, I'm filming this video, which, let's say it's a 20-minute video. It takes 20 minutes to upload to YouTube. If I were filming this in 60 frames per second, it would take 40 minutes to upload to YouTube. So now put this in perspective to what I was describing to you about my day, a day in the life of DSP. If it takes me real time to upload those videos that I'm recording, it would take me double the amount of time to upload them to YouTube, and I have to sit there babysitting those videos. So for me to record 8 hours, and then you really expect me to sit there and babysit for 8 hours? When do I sleep? When do I wash? You know what I mean? It's not realistic. Another question that goes along with this is, Phil, why don't you record in 1080p? I'm going to give the same answer because it really is pretty much the same answer. 1080p, first of all, is a negligible increase in quality from 720p on the internet. A lot of the times you can't notice it, and a lot of people's computers can't even handle 1080p video rendering, so it's really a waste of time. Number two, most games don't play in 1080p. Even though on the back of the box it says, oh, this game is 1080p, it really isn't. What happens is most games render in 720p, which is what I record now in my camera, and then they upscale the footage, which means it basically adjusts it to fit a 1080p TV, but it doesn't increase the quality at all. You're really watching 720p video. So most games wouldn't even take advantage of it. And then third, again, my footage would be dramatically increased in the file size. I have recorded in 1080p before with this camera. It took me forever to upload the videos, and it was a nightmare. So it's not worth it for me to upgrade to 1080p right now. Okay? I have looked into getting a better camera than the camera I'm using right now. In fact, just about a month ago, I was looking around stores that sell cameras to see what was available, and unfortunately, here's what I found. And this sucks because what I'm really looking to do is I wanted to find a camera that had better focusing capabilities, better brightness adjustment, because you'll notice when you watch my playthroughs, a lot of the times, if the text is small, it's hard to read. If you're in a dark room, but the HUD, the heads-up display of the game, has brightly colored letters, it's hard to read the letters. And these are all brightness and focus adjustment problems with filming with a camera as opposed to direct feed. You're going to have those problems. I wanted to see if I could find a camera that had better adjustment capabilities, maybe a better lens, all kinds of stuff like that. And I was very disappointed to find that, unfortunately, most cameras on the commercial market right now don't even record in 720p quality anymore. And I was flabbergasted at this. I was like, why is everything recorded in 1080p? To which I did some research and found that the industry standard is 1080p simply because it's the best. Not because people are asking for it, not because anyone actually understands that there's really not much of a difference between 720p and 1080p, and that things that you film usually don't even look much better in 1080p. In fact, let's put it this way, I don't know if anyone knows this, but HD TV and HD, when you watch TV in HD, most networks only broadcast in 720p. They don't broadcast in 1080p at all. No one broadcasts in 1080p. It's either 720p or 1080i, and 1080i actually looks pixely, so you probably end up watching in 720p because it's the smoother video quality. They don't care about 1080p. So most people who watch HD and they think, oh, I got the best HD TV, most of the time they're not even watching it in the best quality. They're watching 720p, which is what I record in right now. So obviously no one really cares about 720p or 1080p, but people are always in this mindset, I have to get whatever the best is, not even realizing that most people don't use that. And so all these cameras now only record in 1080p. And I said, I'm not going to do it. I'm not going to buy a camera and force myself to record in 1080p with larger file sizes. It's going to limit what I can do in a one day. It's going to make me babysit videos for a longer amount of time. I just didn't want to do it. So for now, I'm sticking with the camera that I'm using right now, okay? Let me take a look here, how much time I've been recording. Wow, okay, I'm out of time. So I'm going to actually edit this video and continue what I'm saying right now. So I'm going to turn the camera off and vanish, and I'll be right back. Ha-ha! Surprise. Anyway, that was stupid. Anyway, so continuing with what I'm saying. I wanted to get a new camera. Unfortunately, it looks like most of what's available doesn't do 720p quality. Anything that does do 720p that you can get right now isn't as good as the camera I'm using right now. So for now, I'm going to stay with the camera that I have. Doesn't mean that eventually I might change my mind or upgrade, but for now, I like the camera that I have. And I'm getting better with it every day, with the adjustments of the brightness and whatever. I'm getting better at it, doing it on the fly. And so, even though you may notice that when in my gaming videos, it's not quite as good as people who do direct capture, I still think it's pretty damn good. And the fact that I get to upload as much as I do, as fast as I do, and then I get to do the live commentary rather than having to edit and do fucking voiceovers later on, I think the benefits far outweigh the small drop in graphical quality of my videos, okay? Okay, so now, I'm getting attacked by this box again. I'd like to address the elephant in the room, which is always the biggest question when people first see my videos for the first time, is why don't I do direct capture footage? Why don't I have an HD PVR? Why don't I do voiceovers? Why don't I do that style of video? you will notice that the vast majority of people who do video game playthroughs, video game footage in general on YouTube do it that way. And they've always done it that way. I was the exception. I was the guy who kind of just did this as a hobby starting back in 2008, just fucking around with my camera and having fun. And for whatever reason, it worked out. It ended up turning into what I'm doing full time, and it's great. But I haven't changed what I'm doing. I've always done it this way. So there's a couple reasons why, okay? Number one, I like to upload a shit ton of footage every day. I think a lot of people say, well, Phil, it's quality versus quantity, and the more quantity you push out, the quality is lower. I don't actually believe that in my case, because I think in my case, my video quality, meaning the content, I'm not just saying the actual, what it looks like, but the content of my videos, pretty much, when I'm playing a game that's interesting to me anyway, stays the same. The only difference now is that I'm able to push out a ridiculous amount of videos in a day. The average YouTuber, go watch their playthrough channel. They'll put out, what, 5 videos, maybe 10 videos tops in one day? And there's reasons for that. Primarily because they're doing HD capturing, you know, a direct feed. They have to do video editing. They have to do all kinds of graphics and effects. They'll probably have hands popping up their video saying, click the like button, click the thumbs up, favorite this video, blah, 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 blah. All the shit that I don't bother with, okay? I feel that if you like my videos, you're going to watch them. I don't need to tell you to click the like button or do fucking crazy effect video editing over it or whatever to convince you. I want you to like my videos for the content, meaning the gameplay, my commentary, and just the live reactions to what's going on. That's really what I want you to like about my videos. So I feel the best way to do that is to sit here on my couch, just with a camera next to me, and do it live. And I know that's a freaking O'Reilly joke, but, you know, do it live is actually the best way to do things, in my opinion. Do it live, give an honest opinion, an honest reaction. Don't, 20 hours later do a voiceover on a fucking game that you play. Oh, well, here's a joke that I thought of over the past 12 hours of scripting what I was going to say. It's not genuine, and you feel like you're watching a sketch comedy show, okay? It's not what I do. It's not what I like to do. I'm an improv comedian when it comes down to it. That improv entertainment is what I'm good at. And I like the ability to, on the fly, be uploading a ridiculous amount of videos in a day. I like the fact that out of all the people who do video game playthroughs on YouTube, take a look at my gaming calendar for 2011 behind me. I know it's blurry and it's dark back there. I beat all those fucking games besides Dark Souls, okay? Every game that's on that calendar, I fucking completed. So how many people can say I put up 3,000 videos in 2011? You know what I mean? And they were all me. That's the thing. It's either me or co-op footage of me and someone else. I am a self-made person. I do everything by myself. There's no company here behind me doing video editing and filming for me. This is all me working hard. And I feel like I really do bust my ass to put out the amount of videos that I do and to keep the quality level where it is. Not to be out boozing all night and come in and then try to play a game the next day and I'm all fucking hungover and I fucking feel like shit and I sound like shit and the playthrough's worthless. I don't do that. I'm really dedicated to doing what I'm doing and putting out quality for you guys. So even though my quantity of videos is very high because I'm able to film out and I don't do video editing and I don't do these voiceovers that take forever to do the editing, I still think the quality of the videos is very high as well. Now a lot of people say, well, Phil, okay, we like your videos, but it's funny because when I come to your page, Phil, I look at your playthrough of, let's say, I don't know, Assassin's Creed Revelations, and I look at part 30 of your video and it only has like 2,000 views. I don't get it, because other people who do playthroughs, you know, you watch their playthrough and every single video with their playthrough has like 20,000 views. So why do some of your videos have so low views? And the real answer here is because of the quantity of videos that I put out, people don't have time to watch them all. It's simply put, that's the answer. I'm putting out so many videos and playing so many games that my fans, per se, the people who like to watch everything that I do, don't have time to watch everything. So what they usually do, when there's a new playthrough, they'll watch the first 5 to 10 parts of it, then maybe they'll watch the last 5 parts of it, which is why if you actually look at my playthroughs, the last couple parts of every one are also very large views compared to the rest of the playthrough, and that's it. Maybe they'll go, if they see that, they'll say, oh, Phil's having fun with this game looks good, and then they go buy the game and they play it for themselves. If they get stuck, maybe they come back to a video to find out how I beat a certain part of the game. But for the most part, I like to think that a lot of people don't watch my entire playthroughs, and I know that. Now, not to say that there aren't people who are diehard fans that do watch the whole things, but I know there are people that, they just don't have time, and I understand. When I had a full-time job outside of doing YouTube, I didn't have time to watch people's videos like that, so I completely understand that. If you're a fan, you probably watch a couple videos of each playthrough, and then if anyone, maybe if there's like a best of or whatever, like Gamer Nicole, who actually is in the other channels as part of my DSP Gaming channel here, she does montage videos of the funniest moments and stuff like that. You might watch that and say, oh shit, that was funny, and then go back to the playthrough and try to find it or something like that. But for the most part, people aren't watching these playthroughs from start to finish, and I fully understand that. But now you might say, okay, so that explains why you have low views on a lot of your videos. Why does someone else have high views? Why does someone else have 20,000 views on each part of the video? And the answer is because they only put out 5 videos a day. So if I only put out 5 videos a day, my videos would probably get 20,000 views per video. But the thing is, people are just watching those first 5 videos that I put out, which get the 20,000 or so views, and then they're busy and they go away. So if every day, if I waited 3 weeks to beat Assassin's Creed Revelation and only put out 5 videos a day, my playthrough would probably have some pretty high views on it. But that's not what I'm about. I'm about completing as many games as possible, enjoying as many games as possible. And here's the other thing, and this is what a lot of people won't tell you and won't realize. I'd like you to take a look at my total video views and total channel views on my DSP Gaming channel right now. And if you haven't looked at them before and you're looking at them right now, and then you look and you see that this channel was created in April of 2010, and you compare that with some of the other people who have so many more subscribers than me and have so many more views on their videos than me, you might say, wait a minute, Phil, you've got more views and you've got more channel views than them. Or maybe I'm close, okay? That's because, simply put, I put out a lot of videos, and so people pick which videos, they pick and choose which videos they want to watch in an average day. And I actually figured this out by going through my view counts or whatever. In an average day, since I've been doing this full time, YouTube, I get more views overall, total video views, in a day than those guys who have 5 times more subscriptions than me, than those guys who are the most promoted on YouTube. That's right. And I'm not going to, try to disparage people and name names or anything like that, but right now if you go to YouTube's, browse page of YouTube, where it says, oh, here are the top gaming channels on YouTube, there will be channels listed there that if you go to them, I get more views than those channels every single day. I really do. I figured this out mathematically using Google's tools or whatever. I do. I get more views than them. However, my individual videos don't get as many views because I'm putting out 30 videos a day versus their 5. Okay? So it's really about scale here. And for me, with what I'm doing, it's working. For me to put out 30 videos a day, regardless of the fact that people don't immediately watch every single video, and give it 20 to 30,000 or however many thousand views these other guys get on their videos, I'm getting more views than them overall. And since I get paid that way, based off of views, I'm making out. I'm doing really well for myself right now. So my model of doing things works for me. Might not work for them because they might not have the same arrangement that I have. Maybe they have full-time jobs outside of YouTube and they're doing other stuff, and so they don't have the time to put into it like I do. But for me, doing what I'm doing is working really well. And I actually think that for the people who want to see the full playthroughs and want to see more games, it works well as well. So it's a win-win relationship right now, okay? The other thing that I want to address is that I do this because I love it. I'm doing it not to make massive amounts of money or anything like that. I did this back in 2008 when I already had a full-time job, and for 2 years, 2 straight years, I did this not making a penny doing it, okay? I love gaming. It really is. It's my hobby. It's what I love to do. I love to be able to sit here and enjoy these games and play a variety of games and share that enjoyment and entertainment with everyone on the internet. So for me, it's a passion. And I think that's why when I do things like my reviews, my game reviews, and I give it honest scores, it kind of removes that veil of bullshit that is out there with the gaming media, these people who are paid to do what they do, so they overinflate scores, they lie about games, or pretty ridiculously, they'll say 100 bad things about a game and then give it a 9, which makes no fucking sense. It's obviously they were paid off. My stuff is honest. If a game sucks, I'm going to say it. If I don't feel a game deserves a great score, I'm going to give it a 5, and the game can deal with it. And on the flip side of that, I'm not going to, you know, bash games and say that they're bad. Even if I don't personally like them, I recognize that in the scale of games that come out during a year, me comparing all the games to themselves, because I play every game, I can do that. I can compare every game to every other game. I feel I can give games fair scores and fair reviews in my Hateful Truth review series. Other people can't do that, because other people don't play every game, don't have that comparison in their head of every game, the quality level of every game that they've played during the year. So I feel that I'm in a unique position to give you guys important amounts of information about these games when I review them, because of the way I do my videos. Other people can't do that. You know, these guys that play one game every 3 weeks and only put up 5 videos a day, how can they tell you what the real rating of that game is when they missed out on the other 20 games that came out during that month? They can't. One second, I'm checking the video again. I apologize, I have to keep doing this. Alright, I've got about another 15 minutes. And the one other thing that I really want to emphasize about what I do and why I do the way I do, because I love gaming. And you will find people, and I'm on the fence about doing this, but you know what? There are people out there who were on YouTube already, and they were doing the stupid, commonplace YouTube bullshit that everyone does. And these are the most popular people on YouTube. I'm going to make a vlog, and the vlog's going to be about Snooki and some bullshit that Snooki said, and it's going to get 1 million views today because it's some stupid little, with video editing effects, and it's going to be a stolen news story, but I'm going to somehow put a funny spin on it and talk shit about Snooki or something, and then I'm going to have a really crazy looking thumbnail on YouTube, and it gets 5 million views. Haha, I'm cool. I don't do that. That's the stupidest fucking thing. First of all, who the fuck cares about Snooki? Nobody. She's a worthless human. No one should ever pay any attention to her, but America, for whatever reason, has this pattern where they take these dysfunctional people and turn them into fucking celebrities just for the sake of being celebrities. They have no actual skills or entertainment factor whatsoever to them. So, first of all, just that whole idea is preposterous to me that I would even spend time on it. But then to make a vlog about it, making fun of her, which is like what TMZ does, what Entertainment Tonight does, you know what I mean? Like, there's 7 billion media outlets that do this kind of shit already. I don't need to do the same thing that everyone else does. And a lot of people do that, and they become big on YouTube. There's a good 20 to 30 people who've done stupid shit like that daily, and just putting out one daily video doing that, YouTube's now their full-time job, and that's all they have to do. And I don't understand why people watch it. It's probably because people are stupid, and they like stupid things, and they give this popularity and attention to stupid people, okay? But there are people who do that. Whatever, do what you want to do. If you find a way to be happy and make money, do it. I'm not going to step on, take a shit on your living room floor, which is a metaphor I like to use a lot. But then there are people who said, oh, wait a minute. Video games, they're getting big on YouTube. What's the biggest thing? People playing video games and then making jokes about playing the video games. So what I'm going to do, I already have, 500,000 subscribers. And every video I put out gets like 1 million views because I put out one stupid fucking vlog a day about absolutely nothing important or anything anyone should care about. I'm going to play video games. Yeah, that's a good idea. So all of a sudden now they start playing video games and they put out 3 to 4 video game footage videos a day, and you can tell, if you just watch the videos, you can tell. They don't like the video games. They're not any good at video games. There's no reason for them to be playing these video games. It's a cash-in. They realized, well, I'm making a lot of money over here. If I do this, it's free money for me, and it's only another, 10 to 20 minutes of work a day for me to play the game, and then I'll do some more video editing on it, for a couple hours, and I get paid a ridiculous amount of money because my following from this channel will go to this channel, okay? It's a joke. It's a joke. And does it pain me to see that? Yes, because you got someone like me. I grew up a gamer. I've been involved in the gaming community since I was a little kid, and I've always been a part of the gaming culture. And I love it, and I do it because I enjoy it. Primarily, I do it because I enjoy it. I would not be doing what I'm doing right now, filming for 8 hours and babysitting videos for 8 hours, if I didn't enjoy it, okay? If I didn't enjoy it, I would go do something else. It's blatant that these people are only doing this for the money, and it disgusts me when you go and you see that their video got 300,000 fucking views for a stupid video. Bad gameplay, bad commentary, everything about it is fucking bad, but because this asshole talks about Snooki, the video gets 300,000 views and this guy gets fucking paid. Fuck that shit, okay? That's not just a guy, let me put it that way. There are other people who do it that are women as well, so I don't want to allude that I'm talking about any one particular person. I'm not. There's a lot of people that do this. And it's disgusts me because here I am busting my ass every day. Busting my ass playing every game. Uploading 30 videos a day. Traveling, going to conventions, doing co-op gameplay, going to video game tournaments, doing stream commentary for you guys who are interested in fighting games, covering everything, and really just busting my ass to give you entertaining footage from a gamer's perspective. And this motherfucker, you know, puts out 3 videos a day and gets 1 million views just because he talks about fucking celebrities on a vlog channel. Give me a fucking break. When is the world gonna wise up that celebrity bullshit is not important and not interesting in any way? It's a joke. But I digress. It is disappointing to me, it's frustrating to me, knowing that I work hard and that other people like that are getting just literally, they're sucky ass quality videos, but they get ridiculous amounts of views, way more than me, just because they have some bullshit thing that they've been doing previously. But here's my philosophy, okay? I've always been a workhorse. My whole life I've been a workhorse, meaning no matter where I worked, no matter what job I did, or regardless of whether it even was a job, if it was anything I applied myself to, I really worked my ass off, okay? Whether it was when I was in high school and I worked in fast food and I was the assistant manager working 16-hour shifts, or whether it was, you know, at my previous full-time job where instead of just sitting at my desk and doing the bare minimum like I could have, I was the one who spoke up and decided to take leadership and to run events, and actually, because I was recognized for this, ended up receiving special training in leadership and things like that. Or whether it's right now, where I could simply put 5 videos out a day, sit at my computer with direct capture, and do a fucking bare minimum of editing the video, and I'll put some fancy shit in, and I'll have hands pointing to like this video, and thumbs up this video, and blah blah blah, you know, all the same bullshit that everyone else does. And I could do commentary that I fucking wrote out on a script for 12 hours to find the funniest punchline, and I could do that. Or I could work my fucking ass off like I'm doing right now. And for me, I'm happy with what I'm doing. In the past year that I've done this as a full-time job, I've been very successful to the point where now I'm looking to expand and possibly move on to bigger and better projects. While, don't worry, I'm not going anywhere, I'm still going to keep doing this, but actually branching myself out and diversifying myself into other stuff. I may get an office next year. I mean, there's so many things, positive, cool things that are going on right now because I've worked my ass off. And I'm enjoying what I'm doing. And I have no complaints. I really can't. I'm the last person on the planet that can complain about what I'm doing right now because I'm loving what I'm doing and I'm making money doing it and I'm successful. Okay? So, that's always the kind of person I've been. And that's just me. I don't do the bare minimum. I don't do what everyone else does. It's never been me. That's not my personality. I'm the kind of person who wants to be the trailblazer, who wants to be the innovator, who, rather than me sit on my ass here, I would rather notify everyone about things like the Protect IP bill and Bill S978 and get political activism going so we can shut down censorship and things like that. That's the kind of person I am. And I am happy that I finally, after my entire life of struggling in these 9-to-5 jobs and trying to find myself, I finally found my voice here on YouTube. So, of all the bullshit that I complain about YouTube, if anything, that's the one positive thing that I can never take away from them. YouTube has given me a public voice to the world, and it's allowed me to do great things. So, for me, I love what I'm doing. I'm going to continue to do things the way that I like to do it, regardless of the fucking haters and the people who are actually subscribed to me just to thumbs down my videos because they either don't like me for whatever reason or they're jealous of me that I've become successful. Oh, look at that guy just sit there with a camera recording games all day and he's, that's his job. That makes no sense. I don't get that, so thumbs down, Fuck those people. There's always going to exist, and I've said it before, if you have haters, it means you're doing something right because there are people out there who are jealous of your success. So my mentality is to stay positive, and as long as I'm enjoying what I'm doing, regardless of the fact that there are people doing way better than me to the right, there are haters on my left, I'm just going to keep doing what I'm doing the way I do it, and you can only go up from there. If you keep a positive attitude, you can't go wrong. It's actually the truth. If you maintain a positive attitude, you cannot go wrong. And that is really what my focus has been since I've been doing this on YouTube, since I started doing this full-time a year ago, and I'm having a blast doing it. So I know this was an insanely long video, but I hope that now it answers a lot of the questions that people have about me personally, about why I do what I do, what a day in my life is like, and what's coming in the future, and my whole mentality of things. So I hope that you'll spread word about this video, because unfortunately a lot of the times I do videos like this and then no one sees it for whatever reason. I'm not putting any gaming footage up today on DSPGaming. We're doing stuff all exclusively on DSP Street Fighter, so I'm hoping that people will have now an opportunity to see this video and learn something about me, and learn something about doing something like this full time and being a trailblazer like I feel I am. So thanks a lot. I'd love to hear your comments about everything. I know it's been an insanely long video, so it's going to be hard to comment on one particular thing, but I really hope that this has cleared the air on a lot of stuff, explains why I'm doing these things that I'm doing the way that I'm doing them. And again, stay positive, and we can only go up from here. There's some great things coming on the horizon. I can feel it, and I'm working on some, and I can't wait to tell you guys about them when they come up. So thanks for being a fan. Thanks for being a viewer. If this is the first video of mine you've ever seen, thanks for fucking watching the damn thing, because it was long as hell. And just thank you to everyone. You know, Thanksgiving's coming up. I'll probably be doing a special video for it. But I'm so grateful for my success and for my fan base and for how awesome everyone is. So thank you. I will see you guys for gameplay soon. Stay tuned. Good things are coming. Thanks.